This video series is brought to you by the Loveland Chamber of Commerce Marketing Resource Committee. I'm Mary Jo Morgan, chairperson of this energetic committee. We are happy to share these resources as part of our mission to educate, energize, and engage chamber investors. Special thanks to Jim Luty and Bob McDonald for their help.
Hi, I'm Bob McDonald. I'm a member of the Loveland Chamber of Commerce Marketing Resource Committee, and we have come up with a series of marketing tips. My guest today is Ray Hoekstra, co-owner of Grand Rental Station in Loveland and Johnstown. Ray, we appreciate you coming by and sharing some marketing tips with us.
Thank you.
I was at your business, the Loveland business, today, and you've got a lot of stuff going on. You cater to contractors, do-it-yourselfers, landscapers. If I'm having a party or if I'm going to move, I can get stuff from you.
You bet.
That must be a challenge because people don't need you all the time, but yet you have to market and make sure that they know about you when they do need you.
Yeah.
What kind of marketing things do you do that to facilitate that?
Well, in the past, I've often tried some targeted marketing and found out that that wasn't effective. And so basically in my type of business, because I have such diversity of different types of equipment and we have, it can be very seasonal in nature. For instance, in the springtime, we may see a lot of lawn and garden stuff. Around the holidays or in the wintertime, we see more party and equipment that goes out. So my strategy in my marketing has been, in that regards, is to do more top-of-mind awareness for my type of business. The foundation for my customer service, I think, beginning with my company, does start with my employees and the employee selection process that I have. It's very important to me that I hire people not for their qualifications, but rather for attitude and friendliness, because I can teach them the job, but I can't teach them how to be friendly. So I start with a good core of employees, and you know we like to under promise and over deliver, and then from there I think the rest of the plan has to be in getting our name out there.
Yes.
And once again it's trying to create that top of mind awareness. So I do that several different ways. I do it with I do some radio in the year. I obviously do some newspaper advertisement. Another very important part of my marketing program is my website.
Okay.
That obviously people are very in tune to that, even if they have a smartphone. So we make sure that we have a good presence. We have a very detailed listing of all our equipment on there, as well as along with pricing, so that it certainly people have some idea what they need or what they want before they even call us.
Do you monitor? Do you get a steady number of hits, or is it variable on your website?
It varies, and once again, and we do that. We certainly have Google Analytics on the accounts, so we do manage that, and we do watch that on a monthly basis. And what we find is, that typically goes up in the spring of the year, because that's our peak season for all intents and purposes. And it will start to taper off in the fall and slow down a little bit in the wintertime, and then obviously pick up in spring.
Okay. In addition to doing radio, newspaper, yellow pages, the things that many people might do, I understand you also do some one-on-one with people. You call them or send them cards. Can you address that for a second? Because that's kind of unique, I think.
It is. And I think in my business, and like a lot of other businesses, we find that 20% of our customers are responsible for 80% of our revenue. So we target that 20%, and we do it in a way of phone calls. We touch base with them at least once or twice a year, just to find out how things are going, how we are performing, meeting their expectations. And then we also I have a birthday card program where those same people, I will send out a birthday card as close to the birthday as I can get it. Just once again to let them know their importance to us in our company.
Nice.
And then we do a lot of direct mail as well. Those same customers are targeted with some direct mail pieces. I try and do anywhere from 4 to 6 pieces a year in the way of direct mail. And once again, it's just to create that top of mind awareness, to let people know that we're there, and when they're ready to do a project or they're ready to have a party, that they think of us.
And once they get in the store, as I said, I was in your store in Loveland today. Everybody was super friendly, but more than one person spoke to me or said, "You need help?" And I mean, they were all so friendly. So when they're in the store, they aren't ignored at all. You're always helping them, right?
You know, we spend a lot of time, I spend a lot of time in training, and I think sometimes the best way for me to do that is to show that by example. And I spend a lot of time at the front counter, and those are the things we do. And my staff tries, and you know, one of the rules that I have is that when a customer comes into the door and steps on that 3x5 mat that I have there, that somebody has to hit them with a smile at least one time. So I think it's those little things, and of course, once again, showing by example, both my brother and I, that we do that on a day-to-day basis. It just really brings it home to my employees, and they'll follow your lead.
Sure, sure. Well, you've got a lot of different things going on. You've got the store in Johnstown, the one in Loveland. You and your brother are both very busy and
Yep.
seem so dedicated to what you've done. How long have you been in the business as we wrap up here?
We actually bought the Loveland store. The Loveland is considered our main store.
Okay.
We bought that store 10 years ago. It was an existing rental company that we took over. We changed the name and did a big renovation, changed it to Grand Rental Station. And then we just brought the Johnstown store, which was what we consider a cold start. We just built the building and started that business, and that was back in August of 2007.
All right. And things will continue to grow, I'm sure. And thank
I'm
you very
sure.
much for
You bet.
sharing some tips with our Loveland Chamber of Commerce investors today. Thanks to Ray Hoekstra from Grand Rental Station for doing video tips with us today for marketing.